Okay, we have a few people waiting. We'll get started in just a moment. I really haven't made any plan for anything. I just figured I'd bring out my budding romance bag. I was going to say what's left in it, but I've actually added back into it some. I had ran out of, hi PK, I had ran out of the 10 millimeter cranberry and the little bead caps, so I ordered new ones. And when I went to order those new ones, I discovered there was a companion bundle up. So I grabbed that up, and we'll look at that here in just a minute. And then we'll decide what we're going to do. Let's put our regular bead bundle aside for a moment. And hi, Deborah. And in just a moment, we'll give a few more people time to come on. I don't know if my counter's right or not. It showed 4 people a moment ago. Now it just says 2, but I've got more people saying hi, so I don't know. Anyway, this is our companion bundle. We'll look at this. I have already looked at it, but there's some cool things in here, and I think that if we take this, we can make something, or we could combine it with our other one and make something really neat. I'm hoping so anyway. I haven't decided what I want to make. Earrings are the one thing I usually make the most of, because they just, for me, earrings are simple. Hi, Laverl. And so, you know, who knows what we're going to go with. This package has some really cool things in it that complement the stuff from the other kit. I suppose that's why it's called Companion Bundle, because it complements the other stuff. I've only ever managed to get one other Companion Bundle, and that was the Snowfall one. If you'll recall, we made a lot of stuff from the Snowfall Companion Bundle. Though I still have stuff from both of those bags. And the one before this, Galaxy of Gems, I think I've only made like, well, on the one live we made the earrings and the sun catcher, the rear view mirror sun catcher for your car. And then we made the earrings. And that may be all I've made from that bundle. So I have lots of those things to think about if I want to pull those out and use them for something different. So let's turn down, and we will look at this bundle first, and then we'll decide what we want to make. I got a dying taste bud on my tongue. It hurts. So are we all ready to turn? Here we go. They must have done an update on the YouTube channel lately, because it's it's pieces that I go to find stuff. It's just, oops, too much. We're going to just leave it there. It's close enough. They're moved a little bit. So I'm like, now where the heck is that piece at? I know that's where that should be at, to switch the camera angle and that kind of stuff. So anyway, here is our companion bundle. I'm just going to dump it all out, and then we'll put them back in as we look at them. It looks like we have, now I went through and I tried to price them, so I had an idea of what they would have cost if I bought them on the website, which helps me when I'm pricing things. So we have some little gold spacer balls. As everybody knows, I love gold ball spacers. Then we have a bundle of crystals in, looks like pinks and purples. Some leaves. These are obviously dyed. You can see the dye on the bead. Here, I'll pull one out so we can see it a little better. See how you can see it right here at the ends as the dyes, but has bunched up a little bit on the ends, and this one even has a little extra bit of dye stuck right here still. But those are a pretty, like, pinky red color. Yeah, that's true, PK. The uniform color overall is not the same. It looks like it's a little darker in the inside of the facets, but on the edge of the facets, it's a little lighter. So these ones are definitely dyed, though they are a pretty color. I think this one said it was a, they called it another Malaysian jade, but it's apparently a dolomite marble that has been dyed. But this is a really good dye job. You can't really tell that it's been dyed. These are pretty, I don't know, they're sort of a browny red, or a red with a brown overcast, maybe is a better way to say. But they're pretty cool. We have some tiny little red crystal rondelles. We have, I'm going to take at least one of these out of the package so you can see them. There's 4 of these. Come on out. And it's a little gold piece with a leaf cut in it. Now, I would have preferred without all these speckles around it, because having the leaf is not real visible with all the speckles. Come on, focus. There we go. You see what I mean? I mean, the leaf is there because it's a cutout, but with all the speckles, it sort of hides the cutout somewhat. There's 4 of those. They're pretty cool, but I don't know. I think it needs something behind it or something to bring out that cutout some. Now, I like these. These are little gemstones. I don't remember what kind they said they were, if they even did say. But it's got all... They're pretty, aren't they? I like this set of crystals. Well, they're gemstones. I don't know if it tells me anywhere what these are or not. There is, when it came, it had pink marks on highlights on everything that was in this box, and they were all done individually, so I probably could find that. Here's some little butterflies with rose quartz in the middle. They're a little cage. There's 4 of those. Hi, Anita. Oh, yeah. This, I think this little butterfly is cute, and it will make a good accent piece. So there's 4 of those, though it's only one-sided as far as the pattern of the butterfly is concerned. On this side, it's just gold. Then we have some 10 millimeter red crystals. And we have some, I think these are probably 8 by 5 rondelles. There are those kind with a little bit of coating on them, so they turn sort of silvery or silvery blue as you turn them. Those are pretty. Then we have 2 little leaf pendants. I don't know why you'd call these a pendant. They're too light, in my opinion, to be an actual pendant. I would think they'd need something hooked to them to make them a little... Actually, if we had a bigger pendant, I might actually hook them together to have this hook in front. And come to think of it, my Cozy Chrysanthemum, you know, we had the Mookite pendant piece. Mine was almost brown and a dark brown, the whole thing. And I was not impressed with it, but I could hang this little guy in front of it, or even glue it to it, and it would really make it stand out better. Actually, I should get that out because there's 2 of these, and I wonder if I could just sort of like glue them like so to make with the pendant to make it really stand out a lot more. I like that thought. I might do that, which would mean it won't go in this package. I'll go in a different one. Next, let's grab the little light rose bicones. So a little strand of bicones. They're the light rose color. We have a strand of little, what size are these? I should test them. Where's my sizer? There it is. And I just threw something on the floor. Okay, it says there 5 millimeter. I thought they looked a teeny bit bigger than 4. So those are rhodonite. That's pretty. We push you over to the side. Then we have a mix of green, a little. Now these are probably 4 millimeter. See, they're just a teeny touch smaller than those. My guess would be they're 4s. Greens. Then we have, look at these little tiny beauties. Aren't they pretty? I think there's some more apatite, and I think they're 3s. Let's pull them out so you can see them a little better. Almost lost you. See, aren't those pretty? Just little guys, but they're so pretty. Then we have some pink drukes. Again, I think these might have been dyed. Well, they may just be straight pink drukes. Then we have some more fancy stuff here. We have some little wire-wrapped rose quartz. A couple of those. It's a nice bead. It goes straight through it and then is wrapped up in the front. Now see, their backs are a little bit different. And so are their fronts. This one comes a little higher. But anyway, they're pretty much the same. Pretty, aren't they? Let's get you a little closer. So 1, 2. Now we have on to the last 2. We got these cool butterflies. Now these butterflies are sort of like a lucite, so you can see through them, sort of, not quite. And this this piece is actually a little crooked on this one, straight on this piece. But it comes up and around from the back, and hooks up here. And this one, like I say, is a little bit crooked. I'm a little bit leery about trying to move it because I don't want to break it. But I think these butterflies are rather pretty. Come on, guys, back in there. And then lastly, we have these they're pink with a blue pattern in them. So there is our beads. Now we have to decide if we want to make something, and if we do want to make something, what are we making? It was my tweezer I dropped. So there we go. And then, of course, we still have our regular budding romance. I was debating doing something with the greens, but you know, all of my bigger design elements for like if I were to do a pendant or earrings or something are all the pinks. I'm going to set this aside for right now while we give it a little thought on what we want to do here. Anything anybody wants to see us make here with this? You know what? Is this it? Yeah, I think it is. I really haven't done anything at all with my cozy chrysanthemum, so I'm trying to find, well, I did do something obviously because I have an empty package here. Trying to find that big pendant so I could show you what I meant. There it is, way down there. Of course it is. There it is. See, this is was my Mookite pendant, and I saw so many with pretty oranges and things in them, and this one just, to me, the slab is sort of boring. Even with the light, if I push the light through it, it has a few little stripes this way, but they're almost monocolored. Hi, Rosemary. So what I was meaning with the leaves, where'd I throw them at? There they are. Is that because it actually even looks like it has some damages on the front, but I was thinking because I don't like this brown, we could take our leaves and go like so and like so. And actually, I like that. So we might do that, but we're going to have to glue those on. And so I'm not sure we're going to do that right now, but I think I might leave them together so that I can do that later. I think those would be really cute together. I think that makes a really cool pattern. Actually, huh. It matches in pretty good with my Dolomite marble, my dyed Dolomite marble too. Maybe what we should do is put budding romance up and use the cozy chrysanthemum and make us a necklace out of that. But I don't think we're going to. I will probably design something to go with it later because I really, really think that these pieces go well on the top of my brown pendant piece, because let's face it, for me, mine is pretty darn brown. So I'm going to put these together and put them aside because I am going to want to combine them. I liked the looks of that. So we will do that. Maybe I'll design this necklace later. I think I have plenty of Mookite and things in here. Oh, this is my budding romance, not my cozy chrysanthemum. Yeah, there's plenty of Mookites and reds and stuff, and I can even pull some of these if I don't use them all for something else to put this together. So we'll put that back in there, and that's what we're going to work on some other time. I will probably do those as a regular tutorial since I have to glue that part together. Once they glue, they have to sit for a while before we work with them. So better to do it not on the live. So I'm thinking, like I said, I don't like the way the leaf doesn't show up in that. But we'll work on that later. I'm thinking we can easily make a pair of earrings from these pretty ones. But as I say, it would be easy. And I'd have to decide. I want something a little extra, like maybe a little wire work on it or something. So this is my extra package, minus the leaves I just took out and put in with Cozy Chrysanthemum. And we have to decide if we want to make some earrings or a bracelet maybe. These beads really match our butterflies really well. I'm thinking earrings, but if I do earrings with these, I'm thinking I may want to make a little loop and then hook the butterfly like hanging down from the loop, or maybe even hanging in the middle of the loop. Ooh, that might be pretty. I like that thought. And throw in a few gold spacers just for good measure. Let's do that. Get these things put back away. These are what we're going to definitely work with here. We can always think of something else because, hey, we got all these pretties to use. And I love these. I think these are so pretty. But anyway, and I'm surprised that I really like these. I do like them a lot though. They're really cool. So let's set those aside for right now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some wire out, and we're going to make a outer loop, maybe an oval. Oh, kitty cat hair. And well, let's pull it out. And then we'll hang the butterfly inside the loop. So it's going to have to be a pretty wide loop. I'm thinking we probably want 4 or 5 inches of wire. Come on, baby, open up. There's some 20 gauge. First thing we want to do, of course, is take some of our wire out. And this baby's really coming unspooled, but what a surprise, right? And I want to test to make sure that our beads will fit onto here. Oh, easy, no problem whatsoever. So that's good. And I'm sure our little gold balls will fit on as well. Oop, come here, baby. Yep, no problem. So now what we need to do is decide how much wire we need. And if I don't already know, one of the things I like to do is just sort of loop my wire around in a sort of and put what I'm putting in the middle in there. And then, of course, we have to have our 2 loops on either side to hold our wires together when we go to put it on our ear wire. So that is probably, and we're going to have our beads all the way around it. So I think probably about right here. We'll see how much that is. And of course we have to cut off our little sharp edges. So and one thing you have to be aware of when you're working with wire and loops is sometimes your beads won't go around the corners. These are probably plenty small enough to go around the corners once you form it without having to worry about pulling the wire undone, but we'll see. Oop. Let's put our wire back in its baggie before it really takes a run for it. Now these big spools come in a baggie like this, and they also have a hole right here to put your wire back through to hold it tight. I usually just leave it in here because when you pull it through the holes, you inevitably get a big good sized bend in it, and we don't want to bend it. So I just leave it in the baggie, and then it's pretty safe. Oh, that sucks, Rosemary. Obviously, you must have got it back, which is always a good thing to get your power back. So now I'm going to, I don't know why I'm straightening these because I'm going to turn them into a corner anyway. I'm going to get my wire mandrel out. And I'm going to use the handle for this because we're going to want a pretty big loop because of the butterfly. And I'm just wrapping it around and trying to get it as close as possible to the middle. As you can see, it's not the middle right now, so I'm just going to bend this one more than that one, and then we'll just bend and bend till they come pretty close. This one is still this direction a little bit. So pretty close. And our butterfly is going to sit down here in the middle. Now it's not going to be this close to the outside because we're going to put all those crystals on. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our block out. Get out of the way, all you people things, because I don't want to squish you. And this time I'm not going to use the chasing hammer. I do not want to flatten these because we're putting the beads on. So I'm just going to get my nylon hammer and just give them a couple whacks to work harden them some. This one's got a weird wonky, but I'm going to turn it anyway, so it probably won't make any difference. But I love this Impress Art hammer, but the thing that keeps the mallet piece in tends to loosen. You have to tighten it every once in a while. Sorry about that cough. I'm going to need to get a little drink of water here in a second. So there's our work hardening done. And here's my bottle of water. That ought to help that cough. Now we have a choice here. And what I would normally do, and I'm going to this time, is turn one side of our loop. That's because otherwise you're going to lose your beads off the other side, or, you know, it's going to try to come off. I don't appreciate them coming off. So I'm just going to turn my loop on one side. And then we're just going to feed beads on. Now this is a mix. I could pull them out and make them be, regular, but I'm not going to. And I'm probably just going to do a crystal, then a gold, and so on like that. Or I might just do a couple of crystals and then a gold. Depends on my mood. I think a couple of crystals, then the gold. I like 3, so we'll go 3 crystals, a gold. And as you can see, I'm not paying a bloody bit of attention to which particular bead is going on. I really love these lavender ones. When we get to where I decide I don't want any more crystals, which might be way up towards the top, I will end it with just like I have on the other side over here, so we don't have a entirely different thing. So when we come up here, we will have just the, and one thing I want to check is how high this is. We may not want this to be this way. And if we don't want it this high, the correction for that is to cut the loop off, which will cut it down to about here then, which might be just fine because the butterfly is going to float in the middle. So we'll probably do that, but in order to do that, you have to have the other turn in place so you know exactly the distance that you want to put in. I never did measure this piece of wire for you guys, did I? Oh, don't want the same color right beside it. Just going to put one more bead on here. Then I'm going to put the butterfly again into the center so I can see if it needs to. But we remember this has got to come across to meet its buddy here, or close to it when we put our wires on. So we may not want to cut anything off. If we cut anything off, then we're going to have to cut, it'll come closer yet. We don't want the butterfly to bang either side, I don't think. So if we cut any off, which we still could do, I would only cut half of the loop off. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that because I am going to do that. Come on, baby, go on. Oh, well, your hole's not right there. Of course you're not going to go on. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, since I have all the beads on that I want on this one, I'm going to turn this one. And see, we want it to come together like so for the butterfly to come in. And so the butterfly would sit right here. And we're going to have a little bit of chain to bring it up. Butterfly up to the, in a little bit. So it drops down here. Now, I do want to get these wires a little closer to the beads, and I do want them to be a little smaller than that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cutter. Uh-oh, I just dropped my other wire. Cutter, and because we want this flush side, we're going to put it right in the middle here, like so, and just cut that loop off on either side. Now we'll take our mandrel and we'll bring her back around. Now it's slid up into here, so we have to push it down and bring her around. Now see how that's brought the crystals right up to the edge. And now we want these to go over here further because we're going to bring them together and bring them together here. So that's pretty close. And our butterfly is going to hang down right in here. I like these butterflies too. I think it's because it's not really, I mean, I was going to say solid. It's translucent. You can see through it, and I like that fact. So I got to find where I just dumped my other wire at. There it is. Now we're going to do this exactly the same way. I'm not going to cut these off until I get to that point, because otherwise I could possibly cut too much or not enough. And this is pretty perfect here. Like I say, we're going to need to get a little bit of chain, but that's easily done. In fact, if I recall right, there's some in our regular budding romance. So we're going to load this one up exactly like this one, with just a 1 and then a gold and then the 3 gold. And we're just going to go up the line till we get the same amount as on this one. I really think the butterfly looks really pretty with these particular crystals. They match its wings so well. Oops, forgot the gold one right here. Not kosher. At least I noticed it. It's really upsetting when you get something all the way finished and then you noticed you missed a bead. And you're going, oh, for cripe's sake. Now, the question is this where the last one goes? I think it might be. Let's push this down. Come on, baby, go over there so I can see if you're the right amount. Looks like it. So then, of course, what we're going to do, you guys go over there, is wrap this one side. Then we're going to put our flush cutters in and cut half of our loops off. Then we will wrap back up. Over there, baby. Now we need to bring our loop in. Out of the way, sweetie. Okay. This side looks a little more rounded like. There we go. And so you can see they're pretty close there. So my next step is to get out some jump rings. And we're going to want a couple of smaller ones. Okay. One for either side here. And here's a choice you have. You can put a one of this size on the top, or if you think that's going to look too crowded, you can use a bigger one. So yeah, we'll see how these look. If it ends up looking too crowded, we won't use them. So now we want to put these on. And I haven't done up the butterfly yet because we're going to have to figure out how long of chain we need once we have this piece put together. It'll go into here, so we want to we also need to decide if we want ear wires or posts. I usually use ear wires for this style, but you could use a post, and maybe I will. I have some posts here. Now, before we put it on, we need to decide what we want to put in here, because if we put an ear wire in, we will only want one of these. If we put a post in, we're going to want a smaller guess it helps if I find my ear wire. Actually, here's a cute little pair of posts. We'll just use these. With these, because they have the hole in the opposite direction of your ear wires, you're going to want to have another tiny little jump ring to put them together. So we're just going to put this jump ring on these right now because we don't need to put that on directly. So hold them down and go through your beads that way, or your jump rings that way. I say hold them down because if you don't, frequently when you go and put them together, they twist. So you get one jump ring going one way and the other going the other way, and then they're like got a little like this in the middle of them. Not a pretty sight. Okay, so now this is going to help hold it like so. So this will then hook on with another. I'm going to just get a tinky tot to put this on. And then this will go in the middle. And we need to get some chain to hook him in there. Now you could put a bead strand or something. I think a chain is going to work good for this spot. Yeah, this is, since you missed the beginning, I believe, Rosemary, what this is the companion bundle. All of these are from the companion bundle, all these beads, including our little silver balls, all these little spy cones are from the companion, and the butterfly is from our Budding Romance companion bundle. Can you still get it? No. I was lucky enough to grab one up when they first came out. In fact, they have those special bundles every once in a while, and they just had another special bundle, which I missed. I saw it, put it in my box, my cart, and was just getting ready. I decided, well, I want to look at some of the other things, see if there's something else I want. I went and looked at the other things, chose a few things, put them in my cart, came back to check out, and it was sold out. Very disappointing. It was called the Seafarer Bundle, if anybody managed to get it. Okay, I know there's some chain in here. What did I do with it? I thought there was. In fact, I know there was because I used it on that last necklace. Let's find our chain. Huh, not here. Wonder where I did what I did with it. I would have swore I took all the bits and pieces and put them back away that I didn't use. Well, I've got other chain. I just was wanting to use that because it was a nice, delicate chain. Maybe I stuffed it over here. I'm notorious for stuffing little teeny odds and things in odd spices, but I'm not seeing it, unfortunately. Oh well, I have other chain. We can use this chain. It will work. So now I just have to decide how long of a bit of chain I want. We don't want a long bit because it is going to have two more jump rings in it, one to hook it up to this jump ring and one to hook it to itself. So I'm going to say about right here. 7 links. I like 7 links. Now, there is the chance that this will decide to go sideways on you. I don't think it will because I have an uneven amount of chain. If I was using a bigger size, where are those really teeny ones? There they are. This is what I'm going to hook the butterfly to these with, to the chain, but go up back in your bun. They're extremely tiny, and I'm going to use a regular Tinky Tot to hook the top up. In fact, we'll hook the post up with these two. So we'll take our chain and our butterfly. I think these will work. I'm hoping they will not be too tiny to go on the butterfly as well as the chain. Go through the chain, hook on the butterfly. Oh, no problem whatsoever. Close her up. Is it closed? Yes. This goes with this butterfly. So we need one of these. And we'll get the top of the chain. Since these don't have a set front and back yet, you can hook it in here anywhere in whichever way you want as far as front and back is concerned. Though you do need to make sure you're in between the two side ones. So that goes in there. Now we'll pull this one up. She could have gone a little longer. She's banging just a hair's breadth here. I think we will take these cut pieces of chain, put them aside. I can use them for other earrings, and we're going to cut 2 more links of chain, making it be 9 links rather than 7. Though we're going to put the second one together first to make sure that I really like the 9, so that we're not cutting tons of different little pieces going, oh, nope, I need a little bit more. Is this the 9 one I just stopped down? I think it is, yep. Now, of course, if you use bigger jump rings, it's going to drop down further, but just make sure that's together. Okay. No, you don't go curling up in there. Come on. There you go. Okay, now we'll go with this again. Go to the middle of these 2 pieces here. Come on, go either way, I guess. So now we've got them between the 2 other jump rings for the sides. And we will get hold of this middle one. Come on, you. Remember when I said it would be look really twisted up if you didn't get it quite right? See what's going on right here? That's because I put the butterfly in the wrong spot. It wants to come to the top instead of the bottom. So, open this back up. Is this the butterfly one? Take it out. Put it between these two down here. I had put it through at the top, which then messed up our oh, come on, you. It's going to the top again. Doesn't work there. It will mess it up. So go down through here and grab it down there. I'm backwards to the way I want to hold it, actually. And that's my problem. I should have held it the other way. Between the bottom two. We're going to just keep dropping things. Who's attached? You're attached. Okay, and your jump ring is gone, isn't it? Yep, it's right there. Through between the two. There we go. I think I got it there in the right spot. Yeah, I think 9 works better. See the difference there? This one's not in place, so we'll have to come here, you, so people can see what I'm talking about. See how 7 is up here and it's banging its wings across the edges here? 9 brings it down here just a little bit more and makes it more accessible. So we're going to take this 7 off. We'll put it aside. I can use it for a different pair of earrings later, and we will cut 9 more links here. The butterflies were in the companion bundle from for the Budding Romance from Bargain Bead Box, and they I think they have the butterflies individually, maybe even in different colors, but these ones were actually from the companion bundle for Budding Romance, which unfortunately you can't get anymore. So, yep, that's the 9. And now this one will be finished as soon as we put it on its ear wire. And we're going to switch this one to 9. So I'm going to cut the 9 links. Take this dragonfly off of the, and by the way, hi Dorothy. Oh, thank you. Thank you, PK. So we have to open this top one up. Right here where the butterfly is hooked on. Anyway, the butterflies were in my companion bundle that I managed to grab. And unfortunately, it is all sold out. But I think that Big Box Bargains has them individually because I'm pretty sure I saw them in a couple of different colors. Though, you know, they have limited numbers of stuff, so those could be sold out too. Who knows? I don't know. I hope not. They're cute. Oh, come on. You want to come over there. Trust me, you do. Now, this one, what I'm doing is switching the 7-link chain to the 9-link chain so that it will hang that little bit lower. And I'm going to sit the links aside in this little bowl beside me. And that one is going to go to being a different earring. Never can tell. I might use the other butterflies with that one. For those of you who didn't see the box, the companion bundle, these butterflies, the bicones, and the little gold balls were all part of it. I made the hoop with German style wire. And now we're going to finish putting these guys together. Come on, baby. Now remember, it has to go on the bottom side of this loop between the two that are already there. Now, if you had this ready prior to that, you could make it all together at once. I sometimes find, even though this one's fighting with me a little bit, that it's easier to put the decorative one on separately. And it's trying to hook into the other jumper, and we don't want to do that. It's closed. Okay, so now we can hold this one up, and our butterfly's floating in the middle there. Of course, I'm holding it backwards, but that's all right. So last step, put our ear post on. Okay, that is a cut piece. They're pretty butterflies, though. So last step is to take our last little jump ring here. Hopefully I've got, that's right there. And because it is a post, if we were using an ear wire, we could have hooked it right onto the middle jump ring that's holding all the pieces together. But because it's a post, we have to put another one in because the hole is a different direction. So now we will close this guy up. Let's make sure I got him in the right direction so our butterfly's flying right. There we go. There's our first one all done. Oop, you flipped. No flippy little butterfly. There we go. Now we got to put the second one on and we're done. Oh, it is. So we get to the top of this middle one. Again, we're between the two side pieces, but we're at the top. Then we get our post onto here. Close her up. Second one's done. Make sure I got, yeah, I did. I thought for a second there, no, I do. I have him backwards. See how he's hanging backwards here? This one I think is hanging the right way. Yeah, he is. But I got my ear post on backwards. So I'm going to have to flip that. Oops, dropped it. Which means my jump ring is probably gone. Oh, there it is. That's backwards. Hopefully I forwarded it this time. Yes, I did. So there is our earrings. Aren't those pretty? I really like these myself, but so that's what they look like. Let's flip up because we're beyond our hour already. Come on, flip. There we go. You know, PK, I was debating it, but I probably won't. I don't know. They're about that long. So I probably won't keep them for myself. I do really like them, but I don't think I'm going to. So, come here, you. So there they are. Aren't they pretty? I really liked them. I think they turned out good. But no, I probably won't keep them. So there we go. There is, these are using our Budding Romance Companion Bundle to make those. And I hope you enjoyed making them with me. I think they turned out really nice. And we will see you guys later. And because we are almost 10 after the hour. Thank you, Deborah. I didn't even see you come on. Unless you came on way at the front. Whatever. So, yeah, there we go. Bye, everyone. Hope you had a good time with these. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.